guys, it is Elisa here, or the Diamond Stitcher as I go by on YouTube and Instagram. Hello, good morning or good afternoon, whatever time of day it is for you. I hope you're having a wonderful one. If you're new to my channel, first off, welcome. I'm happy you found me. I hope you would consider subscribing and stick around for all things diamond painting. And if you are returning, thank you so much for your continued support. I come to you today with a bit of a whip and chat. Now, I'm not sure how long this whip and chat is going to be because I really don't feel like I have a lot to update you guys on yet. But I wanted to sit down, get some diamond painting done, talk to you guys, check in, see how you're doing, and talk about a couple of different things that are on my mind. I see I have the string stuck to the glue up here. This diamond painting I'm working on, let me show you, is called Gnome for the Holidays. This is by Marjorie Sarnat. It was released last year, and I did start it last year, so I do have the top row finished and then this little section, and then I rolled it up for the rest of the year, and I've just pulled it out now to work on it this holiday season. It is November, 3rd, the day that I'm filming this. It's Sunday, and I decided to bring this one out to participate in Winter with DAC, which is a diamond painting event, one of the many diamond painting events going on this winter. Now, I will talk about events a little bit later on. I wanted to pull up the different events that I know of and share with you guys and show you how to find out more about them. This little string up here, there we go, it's driving me insane. Where do I even begin? So I've got my trusty Yellow Dog Designs white tray. I do have, I think, Christmas color tray, but I didn't bring it out. I also have this pen, which is not Christmassy, but I wanted to use it. I actually have to do a small shop haul because I know I have a Christmas pen from NTN Inspirations in my drawer that I need to open and share with you so I can use it. This one is actually from them as well. It's very beautiful. I haven't yet used it, so I pulled it out for these Christmas kits that I'm working on. I also have a second whip going, which you will find out about on Wednesday, I believe. I have the unboxing that will go up on my channel, so then I can talk to you about that one. So I have 2 holiday whips going right now for 2/3 different events. It just depends if I can manage doing more than 2 events. 2 is a lot for me because each event has like different criteria and different instructions, and it can get quite confusing when you're participating in multiple events. So we're gonna see how I do. Anyway, let me get some diamonds and let's start this whip and chat. So before I get started, please let me know how you are doing in the comments. Let me know what is going on. If you are struggling with something, let me know about it. Let's brainstorm together and see how we could make the struggle go away or lessen a little bit. As sometimes 2 brains are better than 1. Sometimes you'll also find other channel members reading the comments and responding to you as well. So I like to think that my little community over here on YouTube and Facebook is very supportive. And now, did I even write anything down in this thing? And you will hear from multiple members, which I really love. Everybody is super awesome. I'm just trying to find the big calendar because I didn't write many notes this past week. I believe my last whip and chat went up last Monday. It might have been the Monday before. I can't quite remember. Now it's going to be a little hard for me to see because I don't have my light pad on, but I'm going to do my best here. And I should say I don't have the package with me, but I have putty loaded up in my multiplacer. You can see it's orange there. It's the scent Blood Orange from Tiny Diny Creations. And I have been using her putty for the past week or so, maybe 2 weeks. Whenever I did the unboxing of her putty, I've been using it ever since, and I really like it. It lasts longer than another putty that I had been using. And the best thing about it, or one of the good things about it, is it works well with ABs. So I don't have to switch my pens out. If I want to place ABs, I can just keep going and placing normally. So this putty is a pleasant surprise. I found it, I believe a follower recommended it to me when I asked about some new small shops out there. Now, updates on me. So I think I filmed the whip and chat on like October 20th, 19th, something like that. So on the Monday, I had to go to the big city for my infusion. So for those that don't know, I have chronic nerve pain from all of the damage I've had over the last few years with the different surgeries and just my compression syndromes that I have. I guess every once in a while, I always like retelling my story in like a Coles Notes version because there's always new people joining and they're always wondering what I'm talking about. So back in 2018, I was injured at work and I suffered nerve damage in my left arm. It wasn't treated right. Like they misdiagnosed me at first, so my condition kept getting worse that I suffered severe permanent nerve damage. I actually had a claw hand for a while. It was like this and it was really skinny. It was really atrophied. And it took probably 2 years for the proper diagnosis and then the proper surgery to take place. And then it took probably 2 years for the nerves to heal. Now, they didn't heal completely. I still have nerve damage, but they did heal enough that I can use my hand again, which is a godsend. But yeah, I had that injury in 2018, and I unfortunately, let's see, 2019 sometime, I spontaneously ruptured a disc in my neck and it actually compressed my spinal cord. I had a 50-50% chance of being paralyzed whether I had surgery or not. So I decided to have surgery. And luckily my surgeon was one of the best and I healed well from it. Now I still have chronic neck pain. It's very common with neck or disc surgeries. You know, very rarely are you completely cured of it. A lot of people do have symptoms ongoing once they've had the surgery, just the nature of things and scar tissue and things like that. So that happened. That prolonged my surgery for my injury, so that nerve damage kept progressing. And then I eventually had my first surgery in 2019. So yeah, it was about a year, probably a year and a half, that my poor arm, my injury, was left alone, left to worsen. So it was pretty bad when they got in there. I've since had a total of 8 surgeries, technically 9. One was a gallbladder, but that's just something that happened actually this year in the fall. I had a really bad gallbladder attack and they found 10 stones in my gallbladder, so I need that removed. But that's not related to my injury. Anyway, I had that spontaneous disc herniation, had the surgery, healed from that. Then I had surgery on my elbow to release the nerves at the elbow. That helped the severe nerve damage start to heal. Then I had surgery for my upper arm, something called the brachial plexus. It's a big bundle of nerves that go from the neck into the arm and make your arm function. Also controls things, important nerves like the phrenic nerve and the vagus nerve. The phrenic nerve is the nerve responsible for breathing. The vagus nerve is responsible for things like blood pressure, heart rate, digestion, all of the automatic processes in our body. So because those 2 nerves are affected, I also have conditions stemming from that that make me really sick. I have something called POTS, which is postural tachycardia syndrome. It's a form of something called dysautonomia, which means your automatic nervous system is broken. I also have something called central apnea, where my brain does not tell my lungs to breathe when I'm sleeping, and sometimes it actually happens during the day as well. I usually notice it because all of a sudden I'll just be very gaspy and have these really big yawns, and that tells me that I've had some apnea spells. So it does affect me during the day as well, but it affects me more during the night when my brain is trying to sleep. And that is also a side effect of the condition that I have. Now you'll see me scooping off some of the putty on the sides. I just reloaded this putty, so of course I always fill it a little bit too full. So as I'm placing diamonds, when I see putty coming off the edges, I'll just scoop it off so it doesn't get stuck to the glue. So yeah, I've had a total of, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 surgeries on my bad arm. I've had 2 surgeries on my good arm. So that brings us to 7. Then my neck is 8, and then my gallbladder is 9. So yeah, 9 surgeries since 2019. So that's a lot of surgeries, especially some of them are basically all within a year of each other. I usually get 8 to 12 months to heal, and then they would do the next surgery. So my last big surgery was actually probably just over a month ago, so maybe 6 weeks ago now, 5-6 weeks ago. It was actually a pretty big surgery, but miraculously, I'm recovering really well. They went back into my bad arm and they took out all of the scar tissue, and I had a lot of it. He said it looked like poured cement in there. Took all of that out. He took out another muscle in my neck that is kind of an accessory muscle for breathing, so it's really not needed for neck stabilization. So he took that little one out because it was compressing the nerves. And what else did he do? He wrapped all of the important nerves in a bunch of fat to help prevent scar tissue from directly adhering to the nerves. And that will hopefully preserve the function of those nerves. Whereas before, what was happening, every time I had surgery, within 6 months, my body would create so much scar tissue. It was absolutely everywhere, and it looked like poured cement. If you can imagine that, all inside your chest and your shoulder over the important nerves that control breathing and heart rate and blood pressure, digestion, all of that stuff. And by wrapping the fat around those important nerves, the hope is that that scar tissue will adhere to the fat and it won't adhere to the nerve. So the nerve should still be able to function, and I shouldn't, where am I here? And I shouldn't notice as many problems as I have. Usually within 6 to 12 months of my surgeries, all my symptoms come back, and a big part that is affected is my breathing and the postural tachycardia syndrome. So my heart rate and my breathing do not cooperate. My central apnea also gets worse, so I have more apnea spells during the night. And an apnea spell means basically you're not breathing, so you're not taking oxygen in, so you're not your blood is not oxygenated like it should be, so you can have a lot of problems stemming from that as well. Tissue damage, for example, and hypoxic injuries. So it is actually pretty serious stuff. So my surgery was about 6 weeks ago, and I'm actually healing really well, you guys. Some of you know that I've been pretty active. My pain, I had a week of pain from the surgery, and then like surgical type pain, and then my nerve pain is back to normal, so it's not terrible. I do get these monthly infusions that I go to Vancouver for, about an hour away or so, and they infuse a type of anesthetic, and well, I think it's considered a low, well, it's a high dose according to them, but in the scheme of things, like, it's not high that it puts me to sleep. It can make you sleepy, but it doesn't put you to sleep like you're undergoing a surgery. Let me just make sure. I think I got all of that color. So it works for nerve pain, and it works really well, and I think we found the dose that works for my body. So I had it for the second time on October 21st, so about 2.5 weeks ago, and it's working really well. So my pain is managed, and I'm not having a lot of discomfort. So it's actually really surprising, because the surgery I had is actually quite complex, and anytime they're working with the nerves, and especially scraping scar tissue off of the nerves, those nerves get really angry, and as such they can cause extreme amounts of pain. But because I am well taken care of by the pain clinic, and I'm on these special fancy infusions, the pain has been manageable. So I've been able to continue diamond painting, crafting. I've started, which most of you probably have heard, I've started heading out to a local sanctuary for disabled or unwanted animals, farm animals. So they've got goats, they've got sheep, they've got pigs, cows, chickens, turkeys. What else do they have? I think I've covered all of the bases. So I've been able to go out there and hang out with the animals. I do lots of cuddles and pets and talking to the animals. I can clean up some of the chicken poop. It's very easy to do, and I don't have to use my arms very much. So it actually doesn't bother my arm at all, which I'm really grateful for. So I've been able to start adding that activity into my daily routine. It has been a godsend. Not only physically I'm getting stronger, but also mentally I am feeling a lot happier. I know some of you have commented in my most recent videos how I sound different. I sound stronger, I sound happier, and you guys, it's because I am. I'm not a prisoner inside my own house now. I'm not, stuck on the couch. I've been able to get out a few times a week, get some fresh air, meet people in real life, not just online. As much as the online relationships with you guys, has kept me going, it is still nice to have, human to human interaction, right? We are human, of course. So that has been really nice. It's been a big boost to my mental health. And also, yeah, how do I want to say it? Like I have these preconceived notions, like I can't do things anymore because of my condition. I can't do laundry, I can't cook, I can't do dishes. But since my last surgery, I've slowly been able to do a little bit more, and I'm feeling really, really good. So I'm I'm not feeling so much like I'm disabled and I can't do things. It's more like what I can do now. So this is a huge, huge bump in my mental health. However, in the back of my brain, all I can think about is that 6-month mark, because by 6 months post operation is when that scar tissue sets in for me, and that is when my symptoms return. So I really don't know how well I'm going to do until we hit that 6-month mark. So until then, it's all about balance, not doing too much but not doing too little, because you want to keep the muscles and the arms and the nerves working. So it's a fine balance between doing enough that your body is working and not doing too much that you're causing scar tissue to form. So it's a fine line. I haven't had my post-op appointments yet, so on Monday I see my one of my doctors that is a huge part of my success, and my advocate, my big advocate, who has helped me so much during my journey and diagnoses and things like that. I see her Monday, so I'll see what she says, and then I see the surgeon at the end of November. So then I will see what he says. But yeah, I imagine they're just going to say it's a wait and see game. It's great that I'm doing well, but I always do well after my surgeries, you guys. I have a period of 6 months where I do really well and I get better. I get mentally prepared to go back to work, and then it all falls apart. So I'm cautiously optimistic. I'm trying not to get too hopeful, but I thought, you know what? If all I have is 6 months of reprieve, then I'm going to make these 6 months matter, and I'm going to do things I want to do, because if I get worse again, that depression is going to kick in. I am going to go through a period of really dark depression, because that means this was kind of that final hurrah, the final thing to try and get my life back on track and get my life back, basically. So it's going to be really sad if I in turn again at 6 months start to get worse. So cautiously optimistic. I accept all of your prayers and good thoughts sent my way, that things continue on the good path and I don't suffer at that 6-month mark again. I am feeling optimistic, but as I say, I always do after my surgeries. I always feel good. It's just that darn scar tissue that causes all of the problems. And actually, to be honest, I'm having problems with my good hand now. So this is my good hand. And I noticed it yesterday when I was stitching. I've noticed it a few mornings when I'm trying to drink my coffee and I'm holding my mug. My hand goes completely numb. And I'm noticing now how long I've been talking for 21 minutes. And my hand is starting to go tingly. So I don't know if it's a problem at my wrist, my elbow, or my shoulder. But I'm starting to wonder if I'm going to need another surgery on my good arm, because there's nerves compressed somewhere and it is interfering with my ability to do my tasks. Like simply drinking coffee in the morning. I mean, that's a must, right? But like diamond painting, doing my crafting, which is one of the main things I can do to give me a little bit of happiness during the day. So if I'm slowly not able to do that, then we may need to look at another surgery on this side. So that has also been weighing me down a little bit, the prospects of that. And every surgery brings new risk of getting worse. That's always a risk of any surgery for any condition, is the complication of getting worse. But luckily, the surgeon I have is amazing, and every surgery I've had with him, I've gotten better. So this is just a little bit of a bummer. I'll bring it up to my doctors when I see them in November, and we'll see what they say. But I'm feeling a little bit sad that my bad arm had surgery and now we're doing good things, and my good arm is like, okay, now it's my turn to be sick and it's not working. So that has me a little bit down, but what can you do, right? You just got to roll with it. I can't change anything. I can just roll with it, and the only thing I can control is how I respond to it. So I'm trying to just diamond paint in small sessions, stitch in even smaller sessions. I don't stitch often anymore, but yesterday I wasn't feeling like managing diamond painting with a big canvas on a table and fighting with it. So I pulled out my stitching and I thought I would do it for a couple of hours, but within 20 minutes my arm was numb, so I had to stop. But at least I did get a little bit done. So I find a lot of this stuff, especially with physical limitations, it's all about coping with it. And I may not be able to sit here for 4 hours like some of you guys in diamond paint, but I can do maybe I was going to say 20 minutes and equal to 4 hours, but I don't even think I could do that in one day. But I can just do a 20-minute session, and I've learned to be happy with that because it could be worse. I could not be able to do it at all, right? So I have to be grateful for what I can still do and not focus so much on what I can't do. That's a big lesson that I've learned in all of this. And all of the injuries, nerve damage, and surgeries I've had is it's all about really your mind frame and you know, thinking differently. Instead of thinking of what I can't do, you think of what you can do, and eventually your brain stops thinking of what you can't do, and it's always just about what you can do, and your whole perception changes. It really shifts your mood and your attitude towards whatever struggle you are going through. So that is a big tip that I like to share with people. Last week also, my dog, we got her at a new groomer. So we took her there. I'm surprised. They're like on a farmland. They have like a building where they do the dog grooming, and it's one-on-one grooming. But man, they take like 3 hours. I think this time was over 3 hours. My husband ended up going to pick her up, and she wasn't even done yet. And I think that was after the 3 hour mark. So it took 3.5 hours. And if you've seen pictures of my dog, I'll post a picture here. She's a tiny little Pomeranian Shih Tzu, so I really don't know what takes them that long. But other than that, I really like this place. So I think we'll still go back to them. I like that it is one-on-one, and because my dog gets stressed around other dogs, so I like that it's just them and they can fully pamper her. I guess that's what they do. I've thought of asking for like a walkthrough just to see what the process actually is, because the previous groomer I had was the same. She worked out of her garage and groomed the dogs one-on-one, and she would take maybe an hour and 15 minutes with my dog, and she was done, and she was perfect. She looked awesome. So yeah, I'm not quite sure what they do differently that takes so long, but she comes home looking great. She's not stressed. She's not shaking. So all is good. I'm just surprised that it takes them so long, but I think we will go back, and I might ask just for a walkthrough just to see their process and what exactly takes 3.5 hours for this little dog to be groomed. But it's really cool. It's on a nice property. They've got some horses on the grounds as well, which is nice to see. It's just a nice family kind of business. My husband worked the whole weekend. I didn't write any notes down, but I basically, when I felt good, I went to the farm sanctuary and hung out there. The owner has really taken a liking to me, so it's kind of cool. I feel like I have a grandma again. I don't have any grandmas left, so I feel like the owner is, I believe she said 74. She looks and she acts like she's in her 60s, even late 50s, I would say. So she's very spry, probably because she's owned this farm sanctuary and she goes out and works on it every day. So it's probably kept her young at heart. But yeah, it's really cool to build relationships with humans again and not just online people. Even though you guys are all humans, you guys know what I mean, right? It's different having face-to-face interaction with people than just online. But I cherish all of the relationships as they are. Yeah. Did I say my dad? Oh my God, my husband had to take my car for winter tires, so I've got my winter tires on. And then he took his yesterday to get his on. I'm actually not sure how much snow we're supposed to get this year. Do any of you in Canada know? Are we supposed to get a lot of snow? I don't watch the news anymore. Ever since COVID happened, I stopped watching the news, and I don't keep up to date. I kind of wake up and that's my weather report, what it looks like outside. Sometimes now that I go to the farm sanctuary, I'll look a few days ahead sometimes, but yeah, I'm not sure what the forecast for snow is, but I think last year, did we even get a day of like heavy snow? I don't even think we got a day of heavy snow. But there are some years where we do. We get, you know, feet of snow. That doesn't even make sense. We get foots. That doesn't even make sense either. We get a lot of snow sometimes, so it's just hit or miss. So I'm not sure. Let me know if you guys know what our snow forecast is supposed to be like. Okay, guys, my husband got up to make breakfast, so I got up to get my stitching. I want to show you. So this is one of the patterns that I'm working on here. And this is so far what I've done. Don't mind this string I've pulled through the top there, but here's what I've done so far. These are little French knots, which are little tiny knots. There's hundreds of them in there. It took so long to do. I did this yesterday and my hand was so numb. I had to take so many breaks to get the feeling back in my hand, but maybe if I do a little, like a leaf a day or something like that, I can still work on this project. I've done, how many have I done now? This one might be my 5th one, and I've been really careful and trying to do this one really good now that I've learned how to do it properly and stuff. So I really want to finish this one. I think it's going to turn out pretty. Purple being my favorite color, this one I will probably keep myself and maybe frame it. So that's the stitching that I was working on too. Now, what am I doing? The check mark. Did I do all? I have 4 more here. Now, of course, I forgot what we were talking about. I should have made a mental note before I stopped, but is what it is. I think I left off with my husband getting snow tires put on. Let me know, as I said, what the snow forecast is supposed to come for Canada, especially BC if you live in BC. And then it was Halloween, that's right. So we don't do anything for Halloween because we live in an apartment, so no kids come knocking. My husband doesn't dress up for Halloween at work either. I know when I was a nurse, some of the girls would wear little costumes. I think he said some of them had like little ears on and stuff, but it's really hard to be a nurse in a costume. So that's all you can really do. Wear, you know, different colored shirts or something, and wear a hat or some elf ears or something like that. But he doesn't do anything like that. So yeah, and I took my dog for a walk around 5:30. I didn't want to take her too late in case it got too noisy out there with fireworks and stuff, but I actually, honestly, I fell asleep before I even heard any fireworks in my neighborhood. So the people were really respectful this year. I think they are illegal, nowadays, but you know, people still put them off. We heard some a few nights before Halloween, but on Halloween I actually didn't hear any, and if there was any big shows, I was fast asleep while they went on. Thankfully, my dog doesn't really react to the noises. I mean, she can hear them, like her ears are always, you know, turned on, like she's got these big ears, so they're always up. But like she doesn't get anxious, she doesn't shake or anything like that. And the cat as well, she's not really bothered by big noises. She just sleeps through it anyway. So our animals were okay. But I know some of the animals at the farm sanctuary, they broke a gate. I guess they were so scared, they ran through a big metal gate and they broke it right off the hinges, so they had to deal with that. They also broke one of the doors off the houses, so those guys were really scared, which I feel so bad for. I mean, I know people want to celebrate with fireworks, but I don't know. This day and age, think of all the animals, think of all of the kids, especially kids with autism or other sensory disorders. Somebody pointed out too, what about the people from other countries, you know, that come from war zones, you know, their PTSD can be triggered by fireworks. So I don't know. I personally, I don't think they're necessary, but that's just me. I'm a party pooper. I don't party, so maybe that's just humbug me, but I don't think they're necessary, really. They're just a danger. I remember when we were in middle school and all the boys, the bad boys, always had the firecrackers and they're lighting it at each other's feet. And I remember one of them sent one flying my way. I was so mad. It almost hit me too. So I really don't care for them. What else happened? I'm filming this on the weekend, so yeah, nothing else has really happened in my world. Just going to that farm when I feel up to it. And we actually the owner took me on a trip to the States to pick up some things the other day. She said, bring your passport tomorrow. So I did, and we went over the border, and she had to pick up some chicken feed and a shovel, and she had to return something at Costco. And then at Costco we found these really nice jackets that they were just putting out for $10. So she bought me one too, so that was really nice. Really nice rain jacket, waterproof, wind resistant, really nice. It looks kind of like a soft shell type jacket, so it is nice. So that was nice of her. Yeah, it was a little, maybe we were down there 2 hours maximum, maybe even an hour and a half. We just did a few errands, so that was nice. I haven't been out of the country since before 2018, probably 2017 when we had our honeymoon to Mexico. Or no, our honeymoon was we actually just went to Palm Springs. We didn't want to spend a lot of money, but we wanted to go somewhere warm where there was a pool, so we went to Palm Springs. Prior to that, I think we went to Mexico one of the years. I can't remember which year, but that was all before I got sick. And I didn't just get injured, I also got sick because of the medical conditions that were, you know, brought on by the nerve injuries. I've been too sick to fly, and it's too risky because the conditions I have, I'm at risk for blood clots. So again, that's a risk of flying. So it's just been too much. So it was nice to get across the border for a little bit, even if it was just, you know, a sidekick along for the ride. yeah, and that's kind of been it. This weekend I've been resting. Saturday I was really sore. My back is just killing me, so I rested yesterday. Did I do a video? I don't think I filmed a video. I was going to, but I got too tired. I actually helped my husband clean the house, which I haven't done in a very long time, so he was really happy about that. I did the dusting and the vacuuming and he did the bathroom. So that was nice to help. And then, did I do grocery run yesterday? I think I did. I had a lot of energy because I've been getting up early to go to the farm. So I had a lot of energy early in the morning. And then, of course, I petered out and got really tired. So that's when I sat down with my stitching and that. And I actually worked on a couple of mini kits. I can't tell you what they were right now, but by the end of this week, you will have known. I will have shared with you on my channel unboxing of a special product, and you will see that. So I did get some little things from that finished, which I'll share, not in this video because I can't. Next week I'll share the finishes of them. But yeah, that's what I got up to yesterday. And then this morning, had a couple of tea and then a coffee. And then I sat down to film the Wip and Chat. So let me finish this color. And then I wanted to go over some of the winter events that are going on in the community. That way, if some of you haven't heard about them or you want to know more about them, you can get that information here. Don't forget to let me know how you're doing in the comments if you haven't already. I sit down and I still read every single comment, and I try to leave a comment, no matter how small. Know that I read your comment in its entirety, and I really appreciate everyone who takes the time to leave a comment. It really helps on Facebook land, or sorry, YouTube land as well. It just helps in whatever the algorithm is. I still don't understand it, but liking a video, also don't forget to do that. Like this video before you head out. We're not over yet, but just while I'm finishing up this color, a few things to say. Don't forget to like the video too. That really does help get the videos out there, and then leaving comments as well when you can really helps videos be successful as well, if you did not know. I also have channel memberships open. If you're interested in that, there is 2 tiers, $1.99 and $4.99, and then you can be part of the channel members. There are a few extra perks like live streams and giveaways and posts and more frequent updates that I do there as well. It's just an extension of my channel for those that are interested in participating in that. But let me put this color away and let me get my phone out and let's talk about events. So this canvas, known for the holidays, I am doing for Winter with DAC. So let me pull up that Facebook group. There it is there. So there is a Facebook group, Winter with DAC, and it's hosted by Rachel Ray and Wolfpack Diamond Painting. They host it every year, and it is sponsored by DAC. So as the title says, you know, only painting from Diamond Art Club counts for this event. And I think she posted, let me look, event graphics in here. Yes. So let me see, introduction here. So it is let me zoom in. It is a 2-month-long event full of fun prizes, giveaways, and diamond painting fun. There will be special videos, live streams, and group spaces to join and share. Again, the team is Rachel Ray, Diamond Painting, and Stephanie from Wolfpack Diamond Painting. Sorry that is going in and out. I just noticed that. It's probably going to be too blurry because I zoomed right in. Anyway, I'm reading off what it says. So the event starts November 1st and ends December 31st. Diamond Art Club paintings only. You need a new start, or in your WIP, you need at least a 30 by 40 centimeter section left to complete. Completed diamond painting is needed to enter for the grand prize, but you will be able to enter for the weekly prizes with your painting as you're working on it. Submit the entry form. There is a form to fill out that is pinned in their featured section of that Facebook group. There is a special code that you need to put on top of the painting as well, and it asks the usual information like your name, your email, and your mailing address. That form needs to be filled out by December 15th, so make sure you get that done as soon as possible. If you want to be eligible for weekly prizes, that form needs to be filled out, so I would do it right away. There is going to be an exit form to finish or to submit your finished diamond painting. That will be your entry for the grand prize, so look for that closer to the end of the event. I doubt they have it posted yet. And then their weekly prizes will be distributed on their YouTube videos, their lives, and their Facebook group posts. So be on the lookout for that. Let's see if there's anything else. Yeah, on November 1st, the entry form will be available, and that is pinned in their featured section, which I will show you how to find. You have to fill that out with your picture as well. The event ends December 31st, where you will submit your finished form with your finished photo. If you are entering for the grand prize, your diamond painting does need to be complete. And I assume because the requirement is like a new start or a WIP, but you need 30 by 40, I'm assuming that's all you need to complete for the final entry, but you would have to ask Rachel Ray to be sure, because it does say completed painting. But because they make that size, you know, mentioned 30 by 40, I would assume that's all that you need to complete, but that could just be me. There's that special code that you need to put. So on a sticky note, just write it down, cozy, and put it on top of your diamond painting before you take a picture to enter. That's just a special way some event hosts do it so that nobody can start early, right? It's just like an honor system. So there's the event details. Don't forget they have, now I went to the album, so this is the Facebook group, and then on the top here, there is, it says you, featured, about, photos, and if you keep going over, there's an album section, so that's where you can find the event details. And then they also want you to post your start photo in the Winter with DAC Canvas album, so make sure you do that. You just click on the album, click add photo, put the photo in, and you are good to go. I think that's where they want most of the progress photos going as well, just to make the feed a little bit less busy. The feature section is here as well, so you just click that featured section, and here she has, she just put that notice about keeping your photos in the album. And then here's the start post, so it says to subscribe to Wolfpack's YouTube channel and Rachel Ray's channel, and then the form is here at the bottom. You just click that, it'll take you to the Google form. I don't know if it'll work. Yeah, it says I've already responded. So it'll usually have, some questions there that you fill out and you attach your photo. Here's an example. My hand is stuck to my glue. So she has her photo here with the word cozy on a piece of paper in the middle. So you can see that she has a large section to complete. So that is Winter with DAC. It's a DAC sponsored event. I'm sure they have other sponsors as well for weekly prizes and such, but your canvas does need to be Diamond Art Club, and it doesn't need to be winter. You can have any theme to participate in this event, which is kind of nice as well. I chose Gnome for the holidays because I had it kit up last year and I want to work on it again, so it is a winter theme painting. Now there's another event called Jingle Drills. Jingle Drills. So this is Jingle Drills. This is hosted by Emeralds and Fairy Lights, or Lindsay. This is the official Facebook group. Now I will link all of these event Facebook groups in the video description so you can easily find them. But again, she has that featured section. So if you go there, that's usually where all the important information is. So she has the announcement video linked here. Then she has these different slides that tell us about it. So it's the 4th annual event. Runs November 15th to December 31st. It's just hosted by Emeralds and Fairy Lights. It's a Christmas and winter diamond painting event for all diamond painters worldwide. Other holidays during the season are welcome, including Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, and the winter solstice. As I said, it starts November 15th and goes to December 25th. There are weekly prizes and grand prizes. So she actually has a nice graph here. So if you're entering for the weekly prizes, you need to fill out the entry form. No new start is required, no finish required. It does not need to be licensed. This is for the weekly prizes again. Her prizes are always on her YouTube channel, so you need to watch her YouTube video that she puts out for the week. She will have a keyword in there that you have to write in a sentence, and that's how you enter. Now for the grand prize, it does need to have a new start. You do need to finish it as well, and it says here in brackets for the new start, she will also have a code word. Now that code word usually is released on the day of the event, so sometime on November 15th. Probably early in the morning in Pacific Standard Time, and that is how you will enter. The project does need to be licensed for the grand prize entry. There will be an exit form as well, and that form needs to be filled out by December 31st, midnight. Here's just an example of the code word. That is not the code word that you will be putting. It's just an example of how to put it. It will, oh, here she says right there, it will be revealed on November 14th, so the day before the event starts at 11 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Weekly and grand prize form. She will make all of her forms available on November 14th at 11 p.m. Pacific. So there's going to be one weekly entry form and one grand prize form. We've already gone over that. So for the grand prize painting, you must have a licensed painting. It must broadly fit the theme of Christmas, winter, religious holiday, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, winter solstice, for example. She says she's excluding darker, gruesome art, regardless if it fits the theme. She just doesn't like that kind of artwork. Qualifications for the grand prize: there is no size requirement. It must be a diamond painting, no stickers or special products. Mystery kits welcome, but do not post in her Facebook group, and do not post with the hashtag unless a heavy spoiler warning. And she also wants to make it clear not to ask if your painting qualifies. You will get hundreds and hundreds of people asking if they allow that. Basically, it has to fit the Christmas or holiday theme if you want to be included for the grand prize draws. All of her social media videos will be posted on her YouTube, and then there is this Facebook group, which I will link. I'll also link her YouTube down below. I will link Rachel Ray's YouTube as well. And she says to top it all off here, it's supposed to be a nice and relaxed event. It's not a race or a contest. Prizes are randomly selected through a third-party system, so they usually do a random number generator. And please be kind to all other participants. And lastly, have fun. So that is the Jingle Drills event. It's about a month long, a little over a month, November 15th to December 31st. So here's that group for that one. Now my leg is going completely asleep. Let me just readjust here. Now, there is also Be Frosty. Let's find that. I think this is the group they're using for it. Yes. Is this the group? Yes. Okay. So Be Frosty 2024, I think that's the hashtag. It's hosted by Bee's Crafty Corner, which is a Canadian diamond painting shop for printed release papers, and Heather from Diamonds and Dragonflies is co-hosting it with her as well. So they are using this Facebook group for the event as well. Now let me go to the featured post. That should have all of the important things. So yes, that is their week one. Let's go back to the beginning. Let's see. So here we have the Be Frosty. It's just 24, so that's the hashtag. So when you post your picture, you can put that hashtag in, and anyone who searches that hashtag on Facebook or Instagram, all of the images will pop up. So this is the start post. So you comment with your start photo and you fill out the Google form. So if you push see more here, it's hard to get it to go. Let's see if it'll work. It's not going to work for me. I think on my computer it worked, but you should be able to click see more and it pops up with that Google form there. So that is in their featured section. She also has a Wip and Chat where she goes over any questions for the event and shows some special surprises. They also have a sponsor highlight post. So these are all of the sponsors for their event. And then I believe if you make purchases from these sponsors, there is a special post that you can comment on. It might be this one actually. Yeah, it is this one. And here's just an example. You write your order number, the store that you shop from, and take a photo, a screenshot that you did place the order, and you get extra points or entries, I think, into the grand prize. Actually, I'm just reading it here. It's a special sponsored giveaway post. So it's a special giveaway that you can enter multiple times. You just have to order from the sponsors and put your comment down below with the screenshot that you did order from them. Purchases made from October 15th through December 31st can be entered. Please post each shop in a separate comment. You may enter for each order placed with one of our sponsors. And I know she said somewhere that it doesn't have to be the event item. So for example, Bee's Crafty Corner has event release papers. You could enter any release paper order from that shop for this little extra giveaway they have there. What else do we have here? Here they have the week one progress post. So that just went up 3 hours ago. So it says comment on this post with a picture of your progress by November 8th to be entered for week one prizes. So this event is run very similar to how I've run my events in my Facebook group. They will have a weekly progress post. Here you can see the graphic they made where you have to post your progress to be entered for that week's prizes, and then they will draw the winner with a random number wheel as well. So I like how she also does it how I used to do it, where you have pictures of what the prizes are so you can see. And then when we go to the comments, you can see everybody posting their progress there, and then the moderators will comment on that. So that is really nice. So if you like how I ran my events, the Be Frosty event is going to be very, very similar. I will link her, this group that you have to join, and you also have to subscribe to Heather's YouTube channel, because that is where the YouTube videos will be. So I will link her YouTube video as well. Now there is another event, sorry, I'm just repositioning myself here. Don't mind bearded dragon stuff here, I like lizards. There is another event I think that I heard about, and I think it's on YouTube. So let me look up this channel. I think it's DP Addiction Adventures. Let's look. I think it is her, but I could be, am I? Here it is. Let me see if she has some slides. It's not going to show. Can I get to the thumbnail? It won't let me see the thumbnail. So I don't know much about this event because I haven't watched her video, but let's see if it'll, there, Sparkle All the Way 2024. It runs from November 1st to December 27th. It's an event hosted by DP Addiction Adventure. So I will link her channel and this event video in the video description if you want to watch that and see what is all included. I have to watch it today so I know, and I may enter that one too. Like I said though at the beginning, entering events can be tricky because each event has their own requirements. I think Winter with DAC and Emeralds and Fairy Lights Jingle Drills are going to be similar. Probably their prizes are mostly going to be on their YouTube videos, and you have to comment with the word that they tell you to comment with to enter for prizes. The Bees Be Frosty event is going to be like my events, where you're on their Facebook group and their progress posts go up weekly and you enter that way. So they're very easy to understand. Probably the Bees Frosty event is probably the easiest one that you'll be able to, there's my dog there, that you'll be able to follow, especially if you've done my events in the past. And then with Jingle Drills and Winter with DAC, you just have to follow their YouTube channels, follow their videos, and listen to what they tell you to do for those ones. The different Facebook groups are great to share your progress with other people participating in the event. So make sure to check out the video description if you'd like all of the links to these different events that I've posted. Now, those are the only winter themed events that I know of. I'm not hosting a winter themed event this year. With my surgery that just happened a week ago, I wasn't sure how I would do, so I didn't want to plan a big event and then possibly not be able to deliver. So my next event is probably going to be in the spring. Patty and I are talking about it, I think being March or April. So look forward to that. We do have the 2024, do I have a picture of that still? Let me go to my Facebook group. Here is my Facebook group for those of you not aware, Licensed Diamond Painting Friends, fans, Canada and friends. This is our, oh, that reminds me, I need to do that before I forget. I need to post a November banner. I change the photo on the banner every month, so I need to post that. In my featured section here, if you scroll back, here it is. So we do have the 2024 challenge as a reminder going on in my Facebook group. It started in January 1st of 2024 and it goes till December 31st. There are 6 categories here, so you have to do a diamond painting that matches all of these 6 categories. In this post here, I don't know why my phone is not opening these, but you should be able to click see more, and there is a Google form in this post that you need to fill out once you're done all of your 6 diamond paintings, and it has instructions on what to fill out there. I do have some sponsors that are going to be offering prizes for this event. I'm going to work on getting proper posts up for all of the sponsors in the near future, so look forward to that. It's not too late to enter this. So if you've been working on diamond paintings this year, and we're going on the honor system, you guys, any diamond painting you've worked on in 2024 that meets these categories, you can sign up for this event as well. I think at the time of filming, we have about 55 to 60 people entered already, so it's not too late to enter. The form will close on December 31st, and I will draw the prizes the following week. So we just have a small list of prizes, but I wanted to give back to those that are participating in a small way. So look forward to those posts. And then aside from this, that was the only event we did this year, just due to my health and my upcoming surgeries. And then look forward to more information on the event next year once me and Patty have actually organized it a little bit better. But I think that is it for this Whip and Chat video, you guys. If you made it to the end, why not leave me a little Christmas emoji? If there's a gnome emoji, leave me a gnome. There's a dove in this painting, a Christmas tree, a poinsettia, some Christmas baubles, anything related to the holidays, leave that emoji in the comments. That just lets me know you got to the end, you guys, and I so appreciate you sticking around and watching the entire Whip and Chat. If you're new here and you haven't yet subscribed, I would absolutely love to have you. All you have to do is hit that subscribe button. It's absolutely free to do so. You can also hit the notification bell to be notified every time I post a new video. I also have the channel memberships open if that is something you are interested in. There is a link to join in my video description, and you can join from any device that you have. With all of that being said, I hope everybody is doing wonderfully well. Make sure to let me know how you're doing in the comments, and until next time, happy diamond painting, you guys. Bye!